welcome to another up close video. So today's one is for an exclusive online launch of a die set for Tonic, and it is their Out for Lunch gift box die set. It's a really gorgeous little gift box, well, quite a large gift box actually, and I made this one that's on the packaging quite a while ago. And for my video, I really loved how this one turned out, and I really didn't want to part with it when I sent it off. So I've actually recreated this one for the construction at the end of this video, and I've also made a matching greetings card as well to show you how you can make your card coordinate by using the panels from the die set to create really cute cards as well. So I think this die set is coming with the plastic storage wallet and a magnetic sheet, because I know I've seen a lot of you asking about that on the Tonic Facebook page, and obviously Tonic must have listened to you and are actually you know, giving you the magnetic sheet and the popper case, which will fit straight into your A4 die storage as well. So you've got that with it. I'm not sure if it's actually you can only buy it with it, or whether you can buy the die set just by itself. I'm not 100% sure, but all of the links will be below the video, so however you can buy the die set will be linked below the video for you. So if we take this out, I've actually you see, the reason why I'm thinking maybe you could buy it without the case and the magnetic sheet is because this piece, so the dies are as they usually come, you know, with a little like skinny foam tape on an acetate sheet. This was inside the packaging with this, and this was separate. That's why I'm thinking maybe you can buy it without the sheet and storage wallet, but it's quite nice to get it with it because, you know, it's instant storage for you. Whether you have the folders or not, this will sit nicely on your shelf and keep it safe. But anyway, so the packaging that it comes with is like the front portion of, you know, the normal Tonic packaging. It's got multiple examples of different ways that you can decorate it, where you can add like inking to give it more vintage look, using patterned papers, using the little flower dies from the set to decorate, using the full amount of panels for the kind of ginghamy tartany sort of pattern, or for the one I did, I used the butterfly panels where you don't get the panel for this top piece, so I used some of the smaller embellishments to decorate it, and then added a butterfly dangling off of the box as well. And then on the back of it, it shows you all the different dies that are in the die set, although this one isn't in mine. This little flower here is not in mine, so I'm not sure if that's just a mistake on the packaging, but it shows you all the dies that come in there, so you know exactly what you're getting. You've even got the little QR code to take you to the craft room as well on their website. So that is the packaging for it, and it's called the Out for Lunch gift box die set, and it creates this gorgeous, like, it reminds me of a Happy Meal box, the way that it goes together at the top, but it's a really lovely design, and it is quite a nice sized box, and I will be showing you the construction after I've walked you through the die set as well, and I've decorated one to look exactly like the one I did for the packaging, so I can show you how to put that together. So this is the gorgeous die set, and you can see this is an A4 set, so you can see just how large the pieces are to create the box, and you need 2 of this piece and 2 of this piece to create the box. This square portion here is the base, this is one side, and then this is sort of the slanted bit and the other side of the box as well, so it's a really nice decent sized box. In case I forget to measure the actual box when I finish making it, the square base of the box is just over 8 centimetres, or like 3¼ inches square, so a really nice decent sized box. You could actually, I think you could fit a chocolate orange in there. I think it would make a really nice box for a chocolate orange to go in, for like, you could do it Christmassy and make it a Christmas chocolate orange gift box, which would be really lovely. Or you can do it more summery themed to make it look more like a picnic hamper. You could make it Easter themed, you know, it's really versatile, this one, and all of the panels in here could be used for those different occasions as well. You've got just like a generic sort of like parquet floor looking one. You could make that into Christmassy. You could do it all in craft card and make it look like a basket as well. So lots of different ways of decorating this. So those are the two main pieces that you can use to decorate the box. Then you've got different panels to decorate. So the side piece here is this kind of odd shape which I actually used on my card, and it works really nicely as an aperture on your card, like a quirky, funky kind of aperture that's a different sort of shape. And you get this design, you get in all of the panels to decorate. So you can decorate this side plus the other side and that top sloping piece as well. You can decorate all with the same design. And you also get different edges. So this one has got a straight edge. It's just literally a cut edge. These two here have got the straight edge but with stitching around them. And then you also get the straight edge for this panel as well, and you also get the stitched edge for this panel too. So you've basically got a full set of stitched ones, and then you've got two that match with the straight edge, and then you've got an extra one that is the scalloped edge as well. So again, all of these little panels will be really great for your card making, because you could start with like the scalloped one, maybe layer the straight edged one on top of it, or have them all wonky on a card. You could even use these to make little gift tags out of them. You could cut that, score it in half and make those little kind of like book gift tags, punch a hole in the corner, and it's like the perfect size for that kind of thing. Use them for apertures on your cards to do shakers or even spinners. This butterfly, would that fit inside that? Yeah, so you could have a horizontal aperture on your card, and you could use the butterfly as a spinner to spin sideways in it as well. So there's lots of different ideas that you can do with this die set, not just making the gift box, which is fantastic. Other decorative panels are, so this is the bottom side, so you have this panel which is the butterfly design, where you've got a front on butterfly here, a side view butterfly and multiple different flowers around the edge, and then the parquet flooring kind of one with the scalloped border also fits on this shorter side of the box too. And then you have another one for that odd shaped side as well. And this one is another butterfly panel with the front on butterfly, quite large on there. And these butterflies would be really easy to snip out as well. So you could easily snip these out and use them as extra decorations on the box, or extra decorations for your cards, depending what kind of project you're working on at that time. You have this gorgeous butterfly here, which comes separately. So you have the aperture, which again, perfect for your card making. You can do all sorts of kind of different apertures with shakers behind them and stuff using this aperture. And then you can cut it in conjunction with this piece. It gives you the score line down the centre of the body, and it gives you the symmetrical patterns on the wings of the butterfly as well. You've got this gorgeous like foliage piece with the little leaves coming off of the stalk, quite a decent size as well, which you could use in conjunction with any other flowers that you have, or you can actually turn the gift tag into a flower as well. You've got this gorgeous sentiment which says hello sunshine, and the hello is in a cloud, the sunshine is across the bottom, and then you've got like a rainbow connecting them, and you also get the little bubble to go with it too. Then this piece here looks a little bit odd, but if you notice, it's the same kind of shape as the top of the box. So you cut the box and then you can line this up. There's like the perfect little white or like whatever colour cardstock border around the edge, so you can easily line that up on your die cut. And then you can cut it into there, and it will give you the debossed detail of that floral design, and it also cuts out the centre of those 3 tiny flowers as well. I'll show you that on my box that I'm going to put together for you. Then you've got this gorgeous gift tag with the little hole in the top, so you can easily add your twine, and it's got little stitches around it. But you don't just have to use that as a gift tag, you can also use the butterfly as a gift tag, which I'll show you later on as well. And then one of my favourite elements actually are these cute little circles. So you get this one that says for you. It says for you on that little one, and obviously you can layer all of these in the centre of that flower to give this to give the flower a centre. So you've got the for you, you've got this one which I love, which is a little flower design, and then you've also got the word love as well with 2 little debossing hearts that deboss in there, and you also have the fall away pieces, so you could just use the letters by themselves as well. And then what I also love is all of the patterns have their cutting edge on them, so you don't have to fiddle around with putting the interior design inside the outside edge, but they have also given you the outside edge as well, so you can easily cut that from another colour of card and then stick this one on top of it, so you've instantly got the backing piece behind it, which is brilliant. So that is the full die set, and let's give you the proper name again. Where did I put the packaging? So it's the Out for Lunch gift box die set, and it's a really gorgeous gift box that it creates. So I'll be back in 1 second to show you my card and show you the construction as well. Okay, so I said before about I've cut all the panels to recreate the one I did for the packaging, and I thought why not show you how to use the dies to make a card to completely match your box as well. I know that's kind of obvious, but you know, I thought I'd actually show you a card that you could use to coordinate. So I did this cute little card, again using these gorgeous little flower circles that I really loved, and I've used that weird shaped panel. I did use the like the tartany kind of pattern rather than the butterfly one, because I knew I was going to add the butterfly on top of the panel, and also I'm using it upside down, so the butterfly would have been upside down on the card. But look how lovely that works on there. That's just that weird quirky shape that obviously fits perfectly on the box, but it works really nicely on a card as well, and you could twist that to any angle. I've done it slightly wonky, but you could twist it to any angle, and the way I did this is I cut the intricate pattern into the card, and then I used the outside edge and cut it from some of the Holo Waves card here, this little skinny border, and then once I had cut it, I just took my long, these ones, the shears, the long bladed ones, and I just cut straight along the edges. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're using these long bladed scissors, as long as you butt the card down to start like right down here where they like the sort of the furthest point into the scissors, and then cut, because it's such a long blade, you do get a straight cut. And obviously you don't wiggle your hand, you know, cut it straight down, you do get the straight cut, so it's really easy to do. But you could try and do that with your paper trimmer as well. I'm just not you know, that great at using a paper trimmer in that way to get that kind of skinny little border, but it depends how you like to craft really. So I just wanted to do a little frame to go around that. I've also added the Holo Waves behind the intricate pattern, which you can see it's going really crazy with the rainbow on my camera. And I wanted to raise this up on foam so that you got like the shadow behind it, but obviously you don't have anywhere to stick it in the middle, so you could have just stuck a square of 3D foam behind these little panels and then like paper piece the little hearts and the diamond back in, but instead I decided to just trim out some little squares of cardstock from the purple colour of card, which is the Lilac Waves, I think. And I just stuck them behind a few of them, and then I could put the foam tape behind those little places. So that's how I got it to be stuck down nice and firmly in the centre as well. Then for the butterfly, I cut one from each of the three colours I was using, so the Lilac Waves, the Holo Waves, and the white cardstock as well, and then I've just stapled them together in the centre, which is how I did the little tag that's on the packaging. So I will be recreating that, so I'll show you how to put that together. And then I've just done 3 of the little circle designs with the purple card behind again. I've used my Dymo labeler to do my happy birthday sentiment. And then I've just stuck on a little twine bow. It did look really nice without the twine bow, but I thought I'm trying to make it match the box, and I used this purple twine to attach the tag to the box, so I thought I'd add some to the card as well. But I really love how that turned out. I'm kind of gutted I didn't film this one, but it's really simple to do. And obviously you could, depending on like how you like to craft really, you could have obviously done this with some ink blending and stuff as well. If you didn't just want to use cardstock, you could easily do ink blending, heat embossing, all sorts of different stuff to make a cool wacky background to go behind the design and everything. So that is the card that I made, which obviously you could recreate with the different side panels as well, and just have a rectangle, or having the slightly slanted rectangle, having the scalloped rectangle, all sorts of different ways that you could do that as well. So that is the card. Then I've got everything cut out to do the box as well. So I will show you exactly how many pieces of things that you need. So you're going to need 2 of this piece, which you can see here how I've come back in with that extra die, and you get that beautiful debossed detail with the tiny little flowers cut out, really lovely. And you can see here the stitching around the edge of the panel, and because I'm using the butterfly one, the butterfly design, you only get the side panel here and the weird shaped side panel. You don't get this slanted one, so I'll show you how to sort of get around that. And I've just used the purple card that I've used to back all of these ones to decorate that portion. And adhesive wise on this piece, you just need it across the glue tab on the bottom, and folding wise, you're folding the glue tab away from you, this fold away from you, and then this fold towards you, because these are going to come together as the top of the box eventually. So that is what you need for that side. Then for the other side of the box, you also need 2 of them, and you can see here the tape is just on these 2 pieces, and you fold the glue tabs away from you and you fold this piece away from you as well for that portion of the box. But when you put this box together, you see the kind of shape of this panel, that is kind of how the other sides slope in. So if you think about it, on the other side of this, the sides are going to slope in here, and if you've cut it just from card, you then get all these weird scratchy lines. I'm sure you've noticed this before when you're die cutting. Obviously it's all the cut lines off of your cutting plate, and you know, if you know that the sides are going to come in here, it's a little bit ugly to see those little scratchy lines there. So instead you can line the inside. So I've used the purple waves, kind of a lilac waves card, to line the inside. And the way you do this is you can just cut part of the side piece, so you obviously don't need to cut this bottom portion, and then you're just going to take those long bladed pair of scissors, because you can easily get a nice straight cut with them, and you're literally just going to come in like maybe 1mm or 2 from that score line and just cut it off straight. It doesn't matter if this is perfect or not, because this is going to be like partly hidden inside the box, but just so that it will fit inside the score lines on the other piece. So if I hold that in place, I'm hoping you can see that score line there. If I fold it, you'll be able to see it better. So we're folding all of them kind of away from us if we've got the professional side towards us. And then if I put that piece inside, you can see how just cutting like 1 or 2 millimeters before the score line on the purple piece, you can see how it's going to fit nicely in there then, and it's not going to interfere with any of the little glue tabs, but you've still got the perfect piece to cover the inside of this, so that when we put the box together it'll look pretty here and you won't see all like the messy cut lines from your cutting plate. So while I'm showing you this, we can stick this piece on. I've just used some normal double-sided tape, the like Craft Perfect tissue tape from Tonic, and I'm going to use a little bit of glue as well, just to make sure it's all nicely stuck, especially because this is part of like the closing mechanism, so you kind of want to make sure that this slot is nicely secured to the other piece of card as well. So if we just go around the slot and then just fill in any areas where the tape didn't quite hit everywhere. And then start from the top and just line that up. So you're lining the top edge up and making sure that slot lines up as well. Because this is where we're mostly going to see it. This bit is going to be inside the box, but I think it's worth cutting that much card so that when someone opens the box they'll see this on the inside rather than it stopping like here. But there we go, that's how you can make the inside of the box look a little bit prettier. And then you'll notice on here I've already added my decorative panel, and the way I was doing this is I've cut it from white with the detail, and then I've also cut it from the Holo waves, and I've done the tiny little drop shadow, and then I've cut it on, stuck it onto the lilac waves card. But by the time you've cut like 4 of these panels, because you've got to cut 2 from white and 2 from Holo waves, you kind of get a little bit fed up of die cutting. So my cheat that I do quite a lot on the Tonic boxes and stuff, is you take your intricate one that you've shadowed and then you just stick it onto the purple cardstock. Because it's got straight edges, it's really easy. If it has curved edges or a scalloped edge, it's not quite so easy to do this. But if you've got straight edges, you can then just go round with your scissors and trim it, and it's really quick and easy, and it just saves you you know, one step of die cutting, or you'd have to cut 2 of these from the purple to go on the 2 different panels. But it just saves you a little bit of time, makes it a little bit easier and quicker for doing your boxes. So I thought I'd just share that tip with you. Then taking some more of the Craft Perfect tissue tape, I'm just going to add this around this panel, and then we can add this one on as well. And this box is so easy to put together. I mean, all of Tonic's die sets are really well designed, in that it's mostly, unless it's like one of their complicated ones, it's mostly, what's the word? Self-explanatory, kind of how they go together. You can sort of just put the pieces next to each other and see how it kind of goes together. So, for the construction of this one, you want to firstly take your 2 side pieces and stick them onto here to sort of start building the net of your box. So we can take that off there. I did use 6mm tape on here. You might want to just go with 3mm because you're going to have to fold it over slightly. And then you just want to line that up with the, so you're doing the cut line of the base along the score line of the side from that panel. And then we'll just fold that bit of tape over, and we can add this one to the other side. Okay, so we've got that done now, but we also want to add the other side as well. The way I was doing this is to help secure the base. You kind of want to trap these glue flaps inside, so that it's going to be a really nice secure box. So the way I was doing it is taking the bottom of this piece, and then I'm going to use a wider Redliner tape to add on to this, so that it'll be nice and securely stuck down. You can definitely just use wet glue for this as well if you want to, but I like to use a mixture of a Redliner tape and a wet glue for like the base of a box. I would usually do it for the sides as well, but it's kind of easier for me to show you if I don't use the wet glue as well. But we'll just add a little bit onto the base of this. Okay, and then you want to have this piece up this way with the pretty sides up, and then take this piece as well, and then we're just going to line up that last side of the square base with the score line of this side piece just here, and then we can press that down in place, and now we have the complete net for our box. So that's exactly how it will go together, or that's how the sort of flat form of the box will look. So now we've got the entire thing put together, and we can just start building it really easily because we've already pre-scored everything, and we can just start easily putting it together. So again, I've used 6mm, so I'm going to just try and fold that last tiny bit of tape over the edge there. The only reason why you want to do that, fold the excess bit, is just so there's no sticky on the inside, because otherwise it would be showing just here on the inside. Okay, and then for this, we're just going to pull that side up and line it up perfectly, and then press it into place. You can press from the inside at the same time to make sure it sticks nicely. And then we can do the other side, pressing it into place nicely. And then we've got this side to do as well. But you can see how like really easy it is to put together. And I'm just going to fold that over again so the sticky's not exposed. Okay, and then the last two sides, we can just pull these down together. And then the last one, there we go. And you can see what a decent sized box that is. So I said before it was like 3¼ inches or just over 8 centimetres. So a really decent sized box in there. And then to fasten it, all you have to do is sort of pull these slightly backwards out of the way, push these two together, and then make sure those two handles are lining up, and then you can just poke them through the slot and you sort of push upwards, and then the bottom bit will poke through as well. So you're like holding these two together, push that top piece through the little slit, and then you can sort of wiggle it, and then the bottom piece will pop through as well, and that's how it closes, and then it's completely secure, so there's no having to put tape or anything on there. It'll be a nice little closure and the recipient can easily open it. And then here you can see on these side pieces why I added the purple cardstock, so that it looks really nice and professional once it's put together and you haven't got the ugly edge of the card showing. So then if you noticed on this one how I decorated this top piece, I did do it on both sides on that one, but I didn't think about that when I was cutting all these pieces yesterday, so I've only cut enough for one side, but I can always go back and decorate the other side as well. And then the way I was doing this is I've put, so I've cut 3 of the love from white, 3 of the flower from white, and then I cut 6 of the plain circle from Holo waves, and then I've just mounted them behind. And then to make it look a little bit different, rather than sticking them all on there flat, I have put 3D foam on the 3 loves, and then I haven't put anything on the little flowers yet, because I will stick those down flat. So firstly I want to take off the backing from the love, and I'm just going to eyeball it and just put it so it's about central on there. So just poke that one on, and then I'm going to put, I think I might actually stick the flower above that one first so I can get good spacing, and I'm just going to use glue for that one. And I can just twiddle that round to be whichever way round I want and press it in place. Then I can put the other 2 loves either side. There we go. And then the other one on the other side, like that. And then I can just add the other 2 flowers on here as well to fill in the final 2 spaces. So that is how you can easily decorate the top of the box if you're not using the patterned panel that goes there. And then finally we have got the butterfly as well. So again, I cut 1 of each of the 3 colours that I was using for my box, so the white, the Holo waves and the lilac waves, and then I'm placing them all on top of each other but slightly moving them apart. So just a tiny bit, so you can kind of see the different colours underneath them. If you kind of twist one off one direction and one off the other direction from the central one, you can then kind of see all 3 colours there. And then to attach them, I thought to make it look a little bit different, I've just used a stapler. You can use the tiny attacher from Tim Holtz, or you can just use a normal stapler as well. I've got this long-armed one in here. This was just a cheapy one from Wilkinson's, but it just happens to have quite a long arm on it. The only difference is the staples are slightly smaller. I mean, this tiny attacher, you can see the staples are only this wide, whereas a regular stapler, they're about that wide. So it just depends what look you're after, but you can use either kind of things. You don't have to have a special like little stapler, or even the small like handheld staplers, even the tiny ones. You know, sometimes you get a tiny one in a cracker. Those kind of ones would be perfect because they would have the tiny staples in them. But anyway, you just hold them all together, and then I'm aiming to get the staple sort of where that score line is. It does take a tiny bit of trial and error to know where to place the stapler. Then you can just place it in the centre and you've got your beautiful little triple butterfly then, which is perfect as like a little tag hanging off your box. And then to attach it, all I did was this hole in the wing, I just thread the twine through there. Then I actually opened the box again, because you could tie it through both sides of the handle, but then the recipient's got to untie it to be able to get the box to open. So instead I opened the little box and then I just tied it around one handle. So we're going to make this the front because I haven't decorated the other side of it. And then all you do is, you could actually thread it through the flower as well. If maybe I did. I threaded it through the flower. So there we go then. We'll thread it through the flower that's on that right side. And then you just want to check the height of this. So you want it to kind of dangle about here. So you could check you've got it a nice height. And then all you do is just tie like a double knot in your twine so that it will stay nice and securely. Pull it tight and snip the ends off so they're not too long. And there we have it. We've got our beautiful little butterfly tag hanging off the box as well. And then we can just put the box back together. And then this one, just like a Happy Meal box. And then we have our perfect little finished box. Oh, wrong way. And then so that's exactly how I made the one that is on the front of the packaging if you wanted to recreate that. And then we've also got the little matching card as well. So I hope you enjoyed this up close video showing you the, I've forgotten the name again, Out for Lunch gift box die set that is exclusive online for Tonic, and I'll make sure all the links are below the video, so you can go and grab your one if you want to. But I hope you enjoyed the little card sample and then recreating the one I did for the packaging as well and showing you how to put it together. But it's really simple to put together, but sometimes it's nice to have instructions to follow as well. But so I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye!